To WNBA Game Time, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
The Indiana Fever beat one of the worst teams in the WNBA, the Los Angeles Sparks. The Los Angeles Sparks came into this game, I believe, at 8-9. They will be going back to LA with a record of 8-10. Now, I got to be honest with you. This was a very boring game. I did not watch majority of the game. With that being said, I kind of boycotted the game. So we're going to go over the stats. We're going to go over team stats because the game is still currently being played. The Indiana Fever beat the sleaze off the Los Angeles Sparks. Kelsey Mitchell got the stat pattern again. It was really just not a very entertaining game. Now, we do know the current state of the team and how people feel about Caitlin Clark. And to me, we still don't have a clear-cut answer as if Caitlin Clark is like how bad her injury is. Now, we heard Stephanie White says yesterday that it's not really that bad. Now, hopefully we get some clarity after this game to like, will she play the next game? Because that's where their season lies, is with Caitlin Clark playing basketball. Now, I'm telling you right now, the media is going to have a field day with this one because they beat the sleaze off the Sparks. And what they going to say, what they love to say, exactly what they said last year, they look so much better without Caitlin Clark. The game flowed better without Caitlin Clark. Less turnovers without Caitlin Clark. I'm just letting y'all know right now how this is about to go. Now, this is the second consecutive game that the Indiana Fever has scored over 100 points in the game. So shout out to them for that. But, you know, this is just one of them videos to where, like, I'm still kind of mad about the Alyssa Thomas situation. And I know everybody was not watching this one, you know. And to be quite frank with you, me looking into the stands, it don't look like very many people actually showed up to this game. I just got to be honest, man. The Indiana Fever is currently 83 to 111, 47 seconds left, man. Really boring ass game. The Indiana Fever shot 66 from the field, just destroyed them. They shot 56% from the field, 10 of 18 from three, shot again 56% from three. Like I told y'all, the Sparks suck. They just do, bro. Kelsey Plum's hurt. They never had a chance coming into this one. Kelsey Mitchell did what she does. She got 26 points. Liv Boston had 7. Mo Billins showed out in this one from the little bit of what I seen. She definitely showed out in this one. The Fever shot 82% from free throw land. They had 41 rebounds, which is great. That's a lot. They had 32 defensive rebounds, only 9 offensive rebounds. But hell, the Sparks thinking they couldn't even get nothing done. They had 5. Erica Wheeler took a stumble in this one. Sorry, guys. They had 12 total turnovers. They brought the turnovers down, which is very exciting that they did that. But I'm telling you right now, the story of the game is going to be they played so much better without Caitlin Clark. I already know that that's what they finna do because that's what they like to do. I'm telling y'all this right now. Be prepared right now. Reports is going to start coming out of WNBA media how much better they looked at without Caitlin Clark in this game. Kelsey Mitchell had a total of 26 points. She played 26 minutes. She was 9 of 13 from the field, 4 of 6 from from 3-point land. She made all the free throws. She had no blocks, no steals, 2 assists. Is it me or do she just make it her business to always try to get 2 assists now? I ain't lying. I've been noticing that with Kelsey Mitchell, man. Stat pattern ass. She just make it her business to get 2 assists every game now. Ever since we said something about that, she just been making it her thing to get 2 assists. Now, in other news, y'all notice Caitlin Clark and Alyssa Thomas situation is still going strong. So we got, oh wow, Lisa Leslie. Wow. Oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. Give me a quick second here. News is still coming out. Let's listen to Paige Steele.
Okay, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, I think the WNBA, and therefore I guess the NBA, is making really bad business decisions. But most importantly, this is on the players, and some players just aren't being smart about how they're handling, frankly, the biggest star that their league has ever seen. So I want all of us to put our feelings aside for a second and simply look at the facts. Look at this from a business perspective. Since she was drafted in 2024 out of Iowa, Caitlin has the most jersey sales of any basketball player in the world, except for Stephen Curry. Yes, even more than LeBron James or Giannis Antetokounmpo or Victor Wembanyama. A woman has the most jersey sales, second only to Stephen Curry. And frankly, that is something that nobody could have ever even predicted, dreamt of, anything. So what does that type of popularity do to the league from a business perspective? It is
When the biggest star in the history of your league goes down with a mysterious injury, the entire sports world holds its breath. But for the WNBA media, it was the moment they had been waiting for all season. The Indiana Fever just dismantled the Los Angeles Sparks in an absolute blowout, putting up over 100 points for the second consecutive game, yet the stadium felt like an empty echo chamber. Because without the transcendent phenomenon that is Caitlin Clark on the hardwood, a weird, uncomfortable truth begins to surface. The basketball might flow better, the turnovers might drop, but the soul and the audience of the game completely vanishes. Welcome back to the channel, where we pull back the curtain on the deepest narratives, the raw business metrics, and the intense psychological power struggles shaping modern sports culture. The box score tells one story. A brutal 111-83 beatdown where the Fever shot a blistering 56% from the field and an identical 56% from beyond the arc. Kelsey Mitchell did exactly what she does, hunting down her 26 points in 26 minutes and making it an absolute personal mission to secure her customary 2 assists. But as the final 47 seconds ticked off the clock, the reality of what this game actually represented started to set in. The media machine is already shifting its gears, sharpening its knives to push the exact same narrative they weaponized last year, that this team is somehow more cohesive, less erratic, and ultimately better off without their franchise centerpiece. But that narrative is a dangerous illusion, an intentional distraction from a much larger, uglier war currently threatening to tear the fabric of the league apart. While the pundits prepare to celebrate a hollow victory against a struggling, injury-depleted Sparks team, the real conversation is happening behind closed doors regarding the physical escalation against the league's most profitable asset. The recent brutal on-court flashpoint involving Alyssa Thomas wasn't just a hard foul, it was a manifestation of a deep-seated, toxic resentment that has been brewing since the 2024 draft. The league handed down a 1-game suspension, a slap on the wrist meant to contain a wildfire, but the cultural friction is only intensifying. There is a bizarre, counterintuitive psychological phenomenon occurring right now where the very people benefiting from a rising tide are trying to sink the ship that brought it. To understand why this animosity runs so deep, you have to look past the box scores and dive straight into the cold, hard numbers of the global sports economy. Since exploding onto the professional scene out of Iowa, Caitlin Clark has completely shattered every single financial metric previously thought to be an immutable ceiling for women's sports. Her jersey sales didn't just top the WNBA, they eclipsed every single male basketball player on the planet with the sole exception of Stephen Curry, outpacing global icons like LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Victor Wembanyama. Television ratings skyrocketed by an unprecedented 170% during her rookie campaign and have sustained that massive gravity for 3 straight seasons. This isn't just a temporary spike in fandom, it is an economic revolution that reshaped the entire financial landscape of the sport. Yet, as the financial rewards reach historic heights, the psychological divide between the superstar and the locker rooms she feeds grows wider, setting up a confrontation that could change the sport forever. Because of this unprecedented cultural boom, the new collective bargaining agreement completely altered the reality of what it means to be a professional female athlete. Average player salaries across the board, from league minimums to maximum veteran contracts, have surged by a staggering 356%. Team salary caps exploded from a modest $1.5 million a year to a massive $7 million annually. For decades, this league required financial lifelines, heavily subsidized by the NBA and private investment groups, just to keep the lights on. Now, suddenly, the money is flowing, the arenas are filling, and the television networks are paying premium dollar for advertising space. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on these shifting narratives and never miss a deep breakdown into the hidden forces driving the sports world, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on all notifications to stay completely updated. We have an explosive week of coverage lined up, and I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Is the current treatment of the league's biggest star purely rooted in competitive jealousy, or is there a deeper cultural divide at play?
Going to Sue Alyssa
The
Thomas,
undeniable irony
the
of
woman
this
who nearly
entire
cost me my life on the
situation is that
basketball
the
court.
very players
There were
showcasing
6:52
intense
remaining
vitriol
in
on
the
the
second
court
quarter of
are
that game when I
cashing
drove
checks
to the
that were
basket.
directly amplified
After I
by
fell
the
to the
woman they are
floor,
villainizing.
several players screamed